Good day, class. So today we are going to have a continuation of what we had in our previous discussion. First, let's have a review. We all knew that germs or the pathogens are the main reason why one would experience a communicable disease. We also had in our previous discussion the four major types of pathogens. These are the bacteria, virus, fungi, and protozoa. So today we are going to learn more about the different diseases caused by these four major types of pathogens. Let's start with the bacteria. As you can see on the picture, we have here three diseases caused by bacteria. The first one is boil. It's also known as furuncle. So these are caused by a very common type of bacteria called staph. And this is how it looks like when someone has a boil. It looks like there's a bump on your skin. So that bump there on the skin is filled with pus. So when we say pus, that means inside it has a fluid full of staph bacteria. You usually see that fluid when you pop or when it voluntarily pops on your skin. So this happens when a staph bacteria enters the hair follicles or the roots of hair on your skin. So if you have boil, please do not pop the boil yourself. This may make the infection worse. Many boils burst and drain by themselves within 2 weeks. Next, we have the stye. A stye is also a bump, but this time it's on the upper or lower eyelids. It is caused by a bacteria that gets on the hair follicle or hair root of your eyelashes. So as you can observe, it also has the same way with boil, but it just hits the eyelids. The last one under bacteria is tuberculosis, which is also known as TB or PTB. This disease is caused by a bacteria called tubercle bacilli. So this bacteria usually attacks the lungs, but they can also damage other parts of the body. Persons with PTB can spread the bacteria through the air when they cough, when they sneeze, or just by talking. One symptom of PTB is a bad cough lasting more than 3 weeks. Okay, so if you know someone who has a cough lasting more than 3 weeks, advise him or her to have a checkup. Now let's have the diseases caused by viruses. So as you can see on the picture, we have 6 of them. So these are the common ones. The first one is colds. A common cold is caused by a virus. Actually, there are more than 100 types of viruses that can cause a cold. If you are around a person who has a cold, there's a possibility that you can also develop a cold. Just like what I made as an example when I introduced the topic in our previous discussion. Next, we have influenza, which is commonly known as flu. The symptoms of flu is somehow similar with common colds. So, since they have almost the same symptoms, they also have similar treatment. You will know when it is flu when you have any 2 or more of these symptoms. High fever, runny nose, sore throat, muscle aches and pains, headache, severe coughing, and feeling tired. Then we have here dengue fever, which is also caused by a virus. So as you can see on the picture, the main reason of this disease are the mosquitoes. So it cannot spread directly from one person to another, but instead the mosquito that bites you and transfer it to another person are the ones carrying the virus. So that's why it's a communicable disease. So as much as possible, please find ways on how to avoid getting bitten by mosquitoes. Next is the chicken pox. This infection is caused by a virus called varicella virus. So for this disease, you can only have it if you haven't experienced it yet. So it means that if you had it before, then it is unlikely for you to have it again. Having chickenpox is really uncomfortable because you will feel itchy because of the rash. So the rash is a blister filled with fluid, and this is how it looks like up close. Now we have measles. This is caused by paramyxovirus. So it causes reddish rash that starts on the head and moves down to the whole body. So you might be wondering that the chickenpox and the measles look almost the same because of the rashes. Just take note of this. For chickenpox, the rashes has fluid while the measles has flat rashes. So here's the closer look of the rashes caused by measles. Then we have here the mumps. This is caused by mumps virus. So as you can see, it is quite easy to identify a person with mumps because of the swelling on both sides of the face below the ears and jaw. Sometimes it's only here or here. This swelling or swellings are painful. It may also include symptoms like fever, headache, muscle ache, tiredness, and loss of appetite. And that's how it looks like in the inside. So to summarize, here are the 6 common diseases caused by viruses. Actually, we can also include COVID-19 here. Now we're down to 2 pathogens. Let's have 2 more. We have here fungi. In our previous lesson, we learned that fungi gets their food by eating off the skin of other living things. So that's why diseases caused by fungi looks like these. First, we have Tinea versicolor or Tinea flava. So this infection affects the outer layers of the skin, which is commonly called as an. So maybe we can have a clue from the name versicolor because somehow it changes the color of the skin. Second, we have athlete's foot or Tinea pedis. It is a fungal infection that affects the feet, especially in between toes. So as you can see on the name, it is because it's common to athletes. And the word pedis, which means of the foot. So it's very easy to remember this name and how it looks like. Third, we have ringworm, but it's not really caused by worms. It is mainly caused by fungus. Usually, ringworm infections cause a rash that may peel, crack, scale, itch, and turn red. So now let's summarize all the diseases caused by fungus. For the last one, we have parasites. So these are the forms. The first one is protozoa. These are single-celled parasites. They are usually in water, so if you drink water with protozoa, most probably you will get the disease and may lead to stomach ache and diarrhea. Second, we have here our helminths. These are worms that enter your body as tiny eggs. Then they will go to your stomach and intestines. So if you have those, they will be absorbing the foods you eat and grow bigger and bigger, then start to multiply. So since they are absorbing the food you're eating, you will not really get the full nutrients from the food you ate. That's why you will feel weak and thin and with a big belly. Lastly, we have arthropods. These are very small insects. So they commonly live on humans, and then they are also called the head lice. So if you're not going to take good care of your hair properly, then probably you might be getting those. So that's it for today, class. Thank you for listening and study well.